G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another one of my EV realist videos. In this series I seek to inject a note of sanity into the breathless hysteria of EVs and net zero currently being spruiked by our governments around the world. So if you like this kind of content, it would be great to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to enable all notifications so you never miss another video. So you'll see we're in a slightly different location today. I'm going to have to make some videos in different places for the next few days. Hope you'll bear with me, and actually it's quite a good thing to be in this car. This is my 2008 Mercedes-Benz SLK 350. It's a fantastic car. It's now 16 years old and it has essentially no problems with regular maintenance and oil changes and all the usual stuff and care that you need to do to look after a car. This car will continue to go for another 16 years and another 16 after that, and probably another 16 after that. There are some Mercedes around from the 1950s and 60s that are still running as daily drivers. They've done 500,000 miles or more, and yet they still go fine. And I wanted to contrast that with the direction we're going with EVs. I mentioned in a video a couple of days ago about how difficult it was going to get to do maintenance and repairs and insurance on EVs because of the fact that the battery is such a pain in the backside to deal with. But there's another aspect to it, which is the fact that we are heading towards net zero with absolutely no regard to the cost. It doesn't matter what the cost of net zero is to the environment, it seems. The only thing that matters is getting to net zero. Doesn't matter what damage it does to the environment getting there. As I've said before, EVs are essentially disposable. The battery is a consumable item, essentially, which will stop working or degrade to such a point where it's unusable within a period of 10 or 15 years. And then you've got the problem of recycling that horrible mess of 7,000 lithium-ion cells and mining all the materials to make another one. Whereas with internal combustion engine cars, you mine the materials once, you create the car, you create the engine, and you just maintain it. It's 1,000,000 times more environmentally friendly to continue maintaining an ICE car than it is to constantly recycle and replace an EV battery. I just can't understand how the environmentalists think that EVs are a good idea. The amount of mining that you have to do for one EV battery, it's something like 5,000 tons of earth has to be moved and mined and refined for one single EV battery. It's an astonishing amount of mining that has to be done. And just think of all the energy that has to go into that mining. They're so blinded by this crazy desire to get to net zero that they don't seem to care about the damage it's doing to the environment getting there. The damage that we're going to do to the environment, desperately trying to get to net zero in the next 20 or 30 years, is going to be way worse than the damage that will be done to the environment from a minor increase in CO2. It's just a no-brainer. I reckon it's actually worse for the environment. EVs are worse for the environment than ICE cars. They're an absolute abomination, and I think it's about time that people started to realise the environmental cost of building EVs, because it is significant. I don't think people understand the amount of energy that has to go into the mining to extract the raw materials to make an EV battery, which will only last, 10 or 15 years, and then it has to be completely recycled. Contrast this with an internal combustion engine. You build it once, you maintain it, you replace parts that might need replacing. It's just absolutely baffling that the environmentalists think that EVs are more environmentally friendly than ICEs. It's all because they're so obsessed with carbon dioxide and reducing fossil fuels. They hate fossil fuels so much that they'd rather destroy the planet in other ways to try and reach that objective. It's absolute madness. So just a bit of a stream of consciousness video today. It's a horrible day. It's wet, it's cold, it's damp in Sydney. It just kind of reflects the mood I'm in at the moment. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've got any tips, you can hit me up on Instagram or by email. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.